What's up? I gotta run to my car real quick. Be right back. Are you talking to me? What is it? Yeah. That's kindness right there, huh? That's funny. What the hell? Just Palmer was good, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, alright. You hear the crows cawing? There's a lot of crows. The birds love us here. It's funny. It's like my girlfriend, when she moved in like a couple years ago, I wasn't much of a bird. I mean, I've always loved birds, but like she's like a total avid birder, you know. Started feeding the birds and stuff, and you can see the change. Like, I mean, I love birds now. I'm like passionate about it now. Like, she's inspired me to be like that. But now there's like birds from all over that come to our yard. There'd be like this whole line of fucking pigeons, crows, and fuck all these little birds. And there's like, I think there's probably like a radius. Like, the birds spread the word. They're like, this house over here, this is a spot. You know, we got bird seed everywhere, and we love the birds, and we're always kicking it, talking with the birds, and you know, I just think it's cool. And like, I've always been cool with animals in general, though. But it's like, now we got like skunks and raccoons, and squirrels. What else? That might be about it. Cats. We're not that deep into the mountains or anything, but I saw a mountain lion run through our yard maybe about 7 years ago. It's pretty crazy. I was riding my bike up from my friend's house, and I was just about to get home here, and I was coming over the last little hill. Right, our driveway comes up like right here. It's like I was like maybe 20 feet from our driveway, and I saw this big, what looked like a fucking big dog, like the size of like a greyhound or something, like kind of, you know, sort of lanky, like skinny-ish, running from our driveway. And it's like the sun was just about to go down, so it was kind of like, you know, it was like that time of day. It was starting to get darker, but it was still like it was still daylight, you know. But this animal was running up from my driveway, and it ran. I'm right here, and it kind of runs right. We see each other. Like, at this point, we're like 10 feet away from each other. We see each other. I saw him before he saw me, but we had eye contact right here, and then he fucking veers off. Like, I'm like, I could spit on him, you know, I was that close, and he runs up the trail up here, up into the woods. There's like a small section of woods before you get to the other road. He just disappears up into there. And right as he was running up the trail, I saw this big, beautiful tail, and it occurred to me, that wasn't a dog, that was a cat. It just was a cat. You could tell it was a cat. It was so sleek and so quiet. Like, the whole time he ran right by me, I didn't hear a sound. It was like I was riding up on my bike, but I was coasting at that point because I came over the hill, and we just passed each other. Like he saw me last second and then split because of me. He's probably going to run up the road where there's like more mountains, but he kind of jammed up to the right because he didn't want to run into me or whatever. He just got spooked by me. It's crazy, though. It was a trip. And it's like, I think what he was doing in our yard, well, this definitely what he was doing in our yard is the night before that. Like that morning, the same morning that I saw him in the evening, but that morning we had found like a mutilated raccoon in our yard. It was pretty disturbing. It was like, mutilated like by an animal. I mean, it was like it was no accident or he didn't fall out of the tree or something. It was like torn apart. It was fucking disturbing. And then my dad was going somewhere in the morning and he was throwing something in the garbage and he found inside the garbage can there was a little raccoon all running like trying to get out. Basically, the raccoon was in the garbage probably just because he was hiding in there because this other raccoon was getting mutilated by what we assumed was probably a mountain lion. And so he freed the little raccoon out of the garbage can, and he was probably going in there looking for food, but he's probably glad he got stuck in there because the other one got mutilated. And fucking, so the little one got freed and he was off. But like later that evening, I cleaned up the dead raccoon, and like threw all its stuff in a bag. Now that I think about it, it's probably what that one was. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But I took the dead raccoon and I brought it up in the woods above my house where the mountain lion ended up running that evening. But I just kind of discarded him up there. It was pretty gnarly, gross. And so I think what was happening when I was coming back from my friend's house that night is that the mountain lion had just come down here to find its kill, and realized it wasn't there. And it was like leaving our yard, probably just kind of in anger, like, oh fuck, something else got my kill, I'd imagine he had left it there. He or she. Trying to friend some squirrels. Yeah. Having pets is can be kind of tricky when you're renting. I had a goldfish one time for a really long time, and it was weird. It was given to me for my birthday like my birthday's in June, and I was renting this house in Boulder Creek, and it was that fall that I ended up moving out of that place. It was easily like half a year later after my birthday and I was moving out. And the fish had been given to me on my birthday. I was all like drunk and I was partying. There was a ton of people at my house, It was like a house I was renting. So we were having like a total like rager, and like, so I'd forgotten that the fish was given to me. And like, so we were moving out of the house like half a year later and fucking, there was that little bowl with a goldfish in it and it was still alive. I named the goldfish Still Alive. That was his name. And I brought him to the next house that I lived in with me and he was still alive, but then he ended up dying after I was starting to give him attention. Before that, he was being ignored for the better part of 6 months, and he was totally fucking kicking it when I found him. Totally forgot all about him. I was figuring he was just living off his own feces or like moss or like bugs that would fall in the water. So I don't know how the fuck a fish could live for 6 months with no food. Must have done something tricky. Went into a state of homeostasis. He was hibernating. There's always some odd amount of crazy noise going on out here. Working on a new song. But I don't have words for it yet. But I'm going to work on it anyways. You will have to suffer through the sound of a man making up words on the spot. I do have some written down. But I always have a hard time reading while I'm playing. It's like... And usually the best words come to me when I'm improvising. But not while I'm improvising in front of people. That's probably when it's going to sound the worst. So prepare for some lousy fucking music. I'm just kidding. I'm going to rise to the occasion, man. Enough talking. Let's just do this. Every day. No, that's not how it starts. It starts like this. Every minute of the day, there's a sucker born, and I'd like to warn you who is easily led astray. Anyway, you are led, you find that you will lose your soul if you know that that's how you roll. Satan rhymes with hating and he's baiting that hook. He's always trying to reel you in. He'll be sitting there waiting by the time you look. I fucking forget. So, wait, I'm gonna keep some notes here. I'm not able to do this improvising thing. All right, take two. Take too many of these and call me in the never. That's the doctor's advice. Take too many of these and don't call me. Every minute of the day, there's a sucker born. And oh yeah, that's right. Take three. Every minute of the day, there's a sucker born, and a dog's got to be worn. It's in it when you paint yourself into a corner. You can color him amused. He's got his eye on you now. Look out. You're no way. And Satan rhymes with hating, and he's baiting that hook. He's always trying to reel you in. He'll be sitting there waiting. By the time you look, you can see his evil grin and his evil ways. It's a sketchy scene, and you don't know what this means until it's way too late. You'll think God has forsaken you, but you've forsaken him. That was your first mistake in this game. It's you're playing with your soul while you're getting old. Satan rhymes with hating, and he's baiting that hook. He's always trying to reel you in. Yes, he's sitting there waiting. By the time you look, it's too late now. You're hooked, hook, line, and sinker. If you're no critical thinker, you can be easily swayed into an awful scheme. You'll turn into a bad dream. It's a nightmare that you wish you never found, as it takes you down to a hole. Satan rhymes with hating, and he's baiting that hook. He's always trying to reel you in. He'll be sitting there waiting. By the time you look, it's too late. Now you've sinned. It's a slippery slope as you slide down alone, and he'll throw you a rope, and he'll throw you a bone. I can't even sing now. I need to come up with like a bridge or a hook or something. A hook. That's what a song is about, being hooked. It's a slip. Now you're hooked. You're an open book. So you're an brother. Where far art thou? Where'd my pipe go? Whenever I start fucking hacking up shit, I know it's time to smoke some pot. Then, of course, I've lost my pot. There's my pot. I found my pot. I like pot a lot. Now you're hooked. And you're an so easy to read. Oh, well, the plot thickens, there's a time bomb ticking. Or the storyline is no surprise, we've heard it all before. You're at war with your soul. I have some kind of last lyric that leads in it's turned you into, it's filled you up with greed and hate. Hating rhymes with Satan, and he's baiting that hook. What's up, Lev? 16 Alpha V. Is it pronounced 16 Alpha? 16 Alpha. Whenever I start typing numbers on my predicted text, comes up 16 Alpha V. I'd be like 1, and then it's like 16 Alpha. It thinks I'm going to say that. I'm like, I must talk to 16 Alpha a lot. It's fucking predicting that every time I start typing numbers. Just saying. It's a slippery slope, so he'll throw you a rope while you slide down alone. He will throw you a bone, and he'll yank your chain while you go insane and die with hate in your eyes. Satan rhymes with hating, and he's baiting that hook. He's always trying to reel you in. He'll be sitting there waiting. By the time you look, it's too late. Now you've been hooked. You're an open book, so easy to read, and the storyline we've heard before. It's so easily predicted. It's such a cliche story, but the plot will thicken as this time bomb tickens. When you resemble something like that, when you resemble something that the cat brought back and spat up on the floor. Shut the door. Satan rhymes with... Oh yeah, I like that lyric. You think God has forsaken you, but you've forsaken him. That's where you sin. Philanthropimps reclaimed their thrones and abandoned their flip phones in disgust. Inference, indifference, in French twins of fringe shifted the fate of a crab cake forgotten last autumn. Just as often I'm off tending to my tension. Visions of a sauna gone dry and a dehydrated frat kid froze in his tracks and poured hot coals into the rafters. Black-mailed minions wince at the sound of Bill Gates whining. The little voice knowingly... Bill Gates whining with his little voice knowingly... What is that I wrote here? Start over. Black-mailed minions wince at the sound of Bill Gates whining, his little voice knowing full well he intends to help people who aren't asking for help, and won't stop until they're crippled and sterilized, and then he's on the first train out of Dodge. Black-mailed minions wince at the sound of Bill Gates whining. His whiny little voice knowing full well he intends to help people who aren't asking for it, and won't stop until they're crippled and sterilized. Then he's on the first train out of Dodge. Frog legs kick the meal right off his dinner plate, while a confused kangaroo hops into the arms of a T-Rex skeleton on the front lawn. Tears fill the eyes of children who see the reality of it all. Instagrammer gone woke. Sharing is daring. The truth is diluted deliberately. Constant jackhammering is a peaceful summer day. Rattle your physicality down to the microbes. Arm and hammer, muscle mass matters. Mental complacency, atrophy of the mind. Atrophy of the mind? Apartmentality, fallacious false floor found in surface level thinking. Deep thoughts sinking, shallow thoughts float. Deep thoughts sinking, shallow thoughts float. Still no buoyancy in anguish. Wet your whistle before you spew gossip into the dry wit of feckless naysayers. Master of despise spits fire in your childlike eyes. Failure to draw appropriate conclusions in black and white. The duality never ends. Gray fusion begins while polarized fiends cling to their sinking ships. The jackhammer sputters and resides, and starts again. This one's really weird. To incite insidious insights is an insult to unstable institutions. To insist any instance of investigation is an insurrection, and ineptitude is of no interest. Invariably, all inexcusable incompetence is invariably all inexcusable incompetence is inappropriately inverted in a parallel elevator. What, I read this all wrong. Invariably, all inexcusable incompetence is inappropriately inverted, I guess. Invariably, all inexcusable incompetence is inappropriately inverted. There we go. And scheduled to be skirted around in a parallel elevator. Like I say, now it's all making sense. Invariably, all inexcusable incompetence is inappropriately inverted and scheduled to be skirted around in a parallel elevator. Impartial martial arts masters act harmless and mark their calendars. Terraform affirming a fair amount of unfortunate falsities that have been called into question. Get lost in allegory. Family Guys recall a probable outcome that's now just a dumb cartoon animation without any relevant application. Somehow the sound of accountability still remains unheard, and a mind-numbing amount of motion is inferred from a misinterpreted phenomena. Informal pangolin falls face first from the fire escape, and a delivery of false food arrives 2 hours late. Natural-born philanthropists who find a perfect crime just in time. I can't read my name. The little house on the prairie dog's hole was a real dilemma for the little guy, but nobody cared. That's a weird way for that all to end. The little house on the prairie dog's hole was a real dilemma for the little guy, but nobody cared. I only spelled dilemma with one M and 2 L's. I'm mandala affecting the word again. We should just conspire to make our own mandala effects. But they would be like like artificial mandala effects. Just like we changed it, but we didn't. We kept it on the download that we did it on purpose. We're just like, no, it's spelled like this, and get everybody spelling it all different now. And, oh no, that's how it's spelled. And get predictive words and go to like the fucking Urban Dictionary and put it in. Just like really go through the effort to change the way it is. Until to the point where Webster is like going, maybe we should. Is it spelled like that? Maybe we spelled it wrong in the dictionary, and then they fix it. Or like write letters to Webster. We can conspire to like actually make everyone change the shit to where it's like, oh no, this is how it is. This is how it's always been. We just made a mistake before, but that was it's always been like this. This changes. It had 2 L's and 1 M this whole time. Dilemma. That was a contrived ME. No, we didn't do it. No, we just noticed it. We tricked him with an artificial mandala. We call those the AMEs. The AME. Artificial Gotta keep an eye on the time. I'm getting kind of carried away in my mind. 1:55. All right, I got a few minutes left. Super Sidewinder. Nice to see you. Yes, it is. Boy, Ryan S. sure didn't like our little jam we did, huh? It was cracking me up. I was like, oh man, this is funny shit. Sometimes it just doesn't come across. I don't give a fuck. But it's like, I don't think, even if I saw some people that I normally hang out and chat with, and like I think are pretty cool just based on all the things we've said to seen each other say and whatnot. And like they've come with some silly little thing, some creative outlet of theirs, and I think it's like stupid or something. I wouldn't be like so mean. I would just be like, it'd be like say something like, "Oh, you guys are cracking me up," like right on, like I'm just kind of a nicer person, like, and I don't hate on people either. If there's something that some people are doing, and that's obviously a creative thing of some sort, like already I'm like. I'm feeling kind of warm and fuzzy because I was like, yeah, these guys did something creative. Like, nobody does shit that's creative, The people that do should be like, at least given that much, like props or whatever. Instead of just like sort of turning into like a, throwing like digressing to like, back to when you first thought flat Earth was stupid or something. Digressing back to like, oh my God, are you that bad? Are you so terrible? You're so awful. Don't procreate. No, you didn't go that far. But it's like, I'm no Beethoven, so I mean, there's no accounting for taste. You don't know what you're gonna walk into. You really don't. Hey Jack, did you have to get a jab? Did you have to get another jab? Hey, Jack, did you have to get 2 jabs just to get your job back? Jack, did you have to get 2 jabs just to get your job back? The Snack Shack, Jack, what's that? You had to get another jab? Jack, that's whack. You had to get 3 jabs just to keep your dumb job flipping flapjacks at the Snack Shack, Jack. That's whack that you had to get 3 jabs, Jack. Whoa, what's that? You had to get another jab? Jack, you had to get 4 jabs just to keep your dumb job at the Snack Shack, Jack. That's whack that you had to get 4 jabs. What the fuck's up with that? What? Jack? You had a heart attack? And your work says you can't come back now, Jack. Whoa, Jack. Oh, imagine that. You shouldn't have done that. Oh, Jack, imagine that. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Jack had to get a couple jabs just to get his job back at the Snack Shack. Jack had to get another couple jabs just to keep his dumb job from flapjacks. Jack had a heart attack. Now his work says he can't come back. Oh, Jack, imagine that. That's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, that's whack. You shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that. That's whack. You shouldn't have done that crap. and you shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that. Jack, imagine that. Jack, imagine that. Imagine that. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's whack, that's whack. Oh, Jack, imagine that. Shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Jack, imagine that. Imagine that. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's why. Jack, that's whack, that's whack. Oh, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack did not avoid that prick. Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack got fucking sick. Jack, that's why. That's why. Time is it? Alright. What the fuck happened? What's going on? Oh, I see. When AT&T rolled out their 5G, they put it everywhere and anyone can see. At the park, at the playground, radiating all around. At the local farm and truck, you'll see it up above. At the club, at the bar, wherever you are. If you look hard enough, you know you're gonna find this stuff. We're swimming in a sea. Swimming in a sea. Yes, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks to AT&T 5G. If you go to the store, you might see 3 or 4. The police department out the window, your apartment. The fire station can almost taste the radiation. Every city, every town out in the cuts. You can bet your ass the place is lit the fuck up. Every street, every pole church. Sometimes they really just want to try to hide it, so they'll get creative and try to disguise it. They got those 5G evergreens and got the 5G panels that look like a palm tree. Oh yeah, AT&T. Oh yeah, AT&T. Swimming in a sea. We're swimming in a sea. We're swimming in a sea of directed energy. We're swimming in it. Swimming in a sea. We're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Swimming in it. They are swimming in it. Yes, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks to AT&T and 5G. And 5G. And 5G. We're swimming in a sea of directed energy. Thanks to AT&T and 5G. I tell you like one more song. We're swimming in it. We're swimming in a sea of directed. Socks, what's up? Lord Racer, nice to see you. Once upon a bent space and time, where you can curve in a straight line, put a dumb idea in your mind and think it's true. Cause it's not true at all. The earth is flat, it's not a ball. You thought they were kidding you, and you used to laugh about it. All of the things that we were talking about, but now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud and trying to defend something that obviously isn't real. Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel? You find out that you're home. Completely different story than what you were told. And it's a stationary stone. Well, you went to the same school we all did. That's cool, but you know it never really taught you anything true in it. No one ever taught you how to go out and prove anything for yourself. You just got used to it. Now you seem to be compromised as you stare into the supposed vacuum of the sky and say, how do I know if that's even real? Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel? jugglers and the Neil deGrasse clowns when they played their tricks on you. But you never understood that it really ain't no good. You shouldn't let people like that tell you what the fuck is true. Can you ever watch space movies again? Can you ever watch space movies again? Sure, I can watch a space movie, no problem. It's alright. It kind of gives me things to like make jokes about and stuff. It's fun. There's more humor now. It's like, it was always funny, space movies. I mean, there's some serious ones, I guess. Like Space Odyssey. I love when people try to tell you that they didn't have the technology to fake the moon landing. The technology to get there, but not to fake it. They couldn't have done that. No, they didn't know. Their movies were really primitive. It's like, dude, they just released this fucking 2001 A Space Odyssey right before the moon landing. Come on, man. It's like the quintessential space movie. What the fuck are you talking about? I've heard more than one person bring that up. It's some kind of pathetic talking point that was raised by somebody at some pathetic point in time. Fuck, I gotta go. I gotta sing one more song. Well, this job I got is just a little too hard. And I'm running out of money and I need more pay. Gonna wake up in the morning, Lord, I'm gonna pack my bags. Gonna beat it on down the line, down the line, going down the line, down the line, going down the line, down the line, yeah, beat it on down the line. And you said I'll be waiting, station board when the train pulls on by. There. That's where I'm gonna slap my happy dome. That always reminds me of the Chuck Berry songs. Yeah. I love playing those songs together. It's hard to do the Chuck Berry like. How does it go? promised land. Rode me past Valley on across Caroline. Stopped in the Charlotte bypass to Rockland, and we never was a minute late. I was 90 miles out of Atlanta by sundown, rolling across Florida State. Had a little trouble, turned into a struggle halfway across Alabama. Town broke down and left us all stranded downtown Birmingham. I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking into New Orleans. But somebody help me get out of Louisiana. Well, I gotta get to Houston town. People there care a little about me, and they won't let the poor boy down. Sure, she bore me, bought me a silk suit, put luggage in my hand. I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the promised land. I know it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
All right, gotta go. Cheers. Can't be late. Gotta pick the boy up from school. Yes, sir, I do.